Evening, everyone. I'm back. The last serial killer I did, it kind of got to me, so now I think I'm going to do this, and we'll see what happens next few days. So this guy I'm doing, he was in the 1700s, and he's known for associating with the serial killer Wiley Littlehart and a member of an outlaw Mason gang, and a son of an American counterfeiter, Philip. So who I'm talking about right now is Peter Alston, and he he uh, he was an American counterfeiter, horse thief, highwayman, and a river pirate. And of the late 18th century and early 19th century, that's where the pirates came from. Even though that Philip passed away in 1804, but the river pirates are from the 1800s, early 1900s. So, and he was believed to have been associated all with a serial killer, Wiley Littlehart, and uh, and a member of a notorious gang called the Mason Gang. And the Mason Gang's not there no more, I don't believe, but back in the 1800s, there was a gang called Mason Gang. So Peter Olson was born in the 1700s, and the son of the infamous Colonel era counterfeiter Philip Alston, who was associated with the noble outlaw layers at Cave in Rock, Illinois, and Natchez, Mississippi. His mother had three wives, and one of them was Mildred McCoy, Peter's mother, Temperance Smith, and Mary Molly Temple. Had two brothers, Philip Jr. and John McCoy, and two sisters, Frances and Elizabeth Elsa. His parental grandparents were Solomon Alston and Sarah Ann Nancy Hinton Alston. His parental uncle, John Alston, was also a counterfeiter. I want to know what counterfeit. I know what counterfeiting is. I wouldn't mind doing it just for fun, just because, like I'm doing with these serial killers, because I just wanted to do it. So, counterfeiters. All the family probably moved frequently to avoid pursuit from the law. I would too, especially if I was a serial killer. I would too. Peter Olson used the the alias James May. Austin also used the alias Samuel May and Isaac May. The earliest record used for the James May is the earliest record for use of James May dates back to the 1797 or 1798 in Red Banks, Kentucky, where Alston appeared with a woman who claimed to be his sister and was ostensibly lame. The woman could have been one of his two sisters, Frances or Elizabeth Elsa. While in the Red Banks, Olson stole horses. He got caught and brought back for trial. He broke out out of jail the first night he was incarcerated, and he was never found or never tried. In the summer of 1799, Alston gang leader Samuel Mason and Peter's father, Philip, all moved to Stack Island to the lower Mississippi River. Alston cast counterfeit silver coins there as well as taking part in river piracy operation. River piracy. Pirates, right? Ocean pirates, river pirates, same thing. According to the Spanish colonial court records, Spanish government officials arrested Samuel Mason and his men early in 1903. The little prairie settlement in in southeastern Missouri. Southern eastern Missouri. Mason and his gang, included his family members, were taken into Spanish colonial government in New Mendrat, Spanish Upper Louisiana Territory, along with Mason's Mission River, where a 3-day hearing was Mississippi River, where a 3-day hearing was held to determine whether Mason was involved in river piracy, as he had been formally accused of the crime. Although Mason claimed he was simply a farmer who had been mitigated by enemies, the presence of 7,000 currency, and he got presence of 7,000 in currency, dollars in currency, and 20 human scalps. And rather than not give you see that Peter Alston is a serial killer or not, I don't know, but the way he says it's 20 human scalps. So he did hang out with a serial killer. So what makes him any better? Because he's in a gang. That's probably why I'm doing them, because all the gangs like to kill people, right? One, two more, you become a serial killer. So that's why. And some scalps found in his baggage convinced the Spanish he indeed was a river pirate. Mason and his family were under armed guards to New Orleans, where where the where the Spanish colonial governor Great Lord them handed over the Americans authorities in the Mississippi Territory. All crimes they have been convicted of applied to have taken place in America territory where against America river boats while being transported up to Mississippi River. Samuel Mason and his gang members Willie Hort and Alston overpowered the guards to an escape, with Mason being shot in the head during the escape. One of the being one of the 1803 accounts, Rothurst, page 247, claimed Captain Robert McCoy was commandant of the New Mindrad was killed by Mason during their escape. McCoy actually died in 1840, so he didn't. McCoy didn't die, and was neither crippled nor killed by Mason. American Territories Governor William C. Claiborne immediately issued issued a reward for their recapture, promptly Harp and Alston to bring Mason's head in, in an attempt to in an attempt to sorry guys in an attempt to Kelborn to attempt to become to catch at the reward money. At the attempt to whether they killed Mason or whether he died from his wounds suffered in escape attempt never been established. Seddon and May recognized and identified as wanted criminals. Harp and Alston were arrested too in U.S. federal court, found guilty of piracy and got the death penalty. And the death penalty was hanging and dividing dividing with their escape. It could be murder, shootings, hangings. They all died anyway, so I would think. But piracy got hanging in old Greenville, Jefferson County, Mississippi Territory in early 1804. And this is Peter Alston. This is a guy that hung out with a serial killer, and he's also in a gang called the Masons Gang. So, and guess to me it suits, right? So, okay, well, thank you very much, and you guys have a good night.